Today, we're going to break down exactly how to turn any smartphone into a tool that's simple, safe, and genuinely powerful for seniors. We'll show you how to cut through all that complexity and make these amazing devices actually useful for the people we care about.
You know the story, right? A smartphone is given with the best of intentions. You want to connect with family, share photos, and, have that lifeline. But right out of the box, it can feel more like a source of frustration. You've got this tiny text and just a maze of confusing features. But the good news is, a few key changes can totally transform that frustration into real confidence.
So here's how we're going to do it. We've got 5 parts. We'll start with the basics, making the phone physically comfortable to use. Then we'll simplify the layout, set up the really critical safety features, build a defense against scams, and then wrap it all up with a simple checklist to get you started.
Okay, let's dive right in. Before we even think about apps or anything fancy, the phone itself has to be easy to see and easy to interact with. I mean, if you can't read the screen or confidently tap the right button, nothing else really matters, does it? This is our foundation.
The first and, honestly, the most impactful change is just increasing the text size. It's a complete game changer. You can see the paths here for both iPhone and Android. It's usually just a couple of taps away in your settings. This one small adjustment just eliminates so much strain when you're trying to read messages or look for contacts.
And we can go way beyond just text. You can actually zoom in on the entire display to make all the icons and buttons bigger. You can also make the keyboard bigger, make the keys taller and wider for more accurate typing. And here's a really key setting to look for: touch sensitivity. This is incredibly helpful for anyone with arthritis or limited dexterity because it helps prevent all of those frustrating accidental taps. Oh, and for Android users, I really recommend switching from those modern swipe gestures back to the classic 3-button navigation at the bottom. It just makes getting around the phone so much more predictable.
All right, so now that the screen is readable and easy to touch, we can tackle the next big challenge: cognitive load. Our brains can only process so much information at once, right? So this whole section is about decluttering that home screen to make the phone feel manageable, not overwhelming.
Think of it like organizing a kitchen. You want the tools you use all the time, the phone, messages, the camera, right there on the countertop, within easy reach. Everything else, all those extra apps and widgets, you can just put them away in a drawer. A clean home screen just reduces all that confusion and helps you find what you need, fast.
Now, for iPhone users, there's an incredibly powerful tool for this called Assistive Access. And it's more than just a setting. It literally transforms the phone into this super simple device. It strips away everything but the absolute essentials to create a safe, focused environment.
Setting it up is actually pretty straightforward. You just head into your accessibility settings. The big choices you'll make are the layout. You can have a simple list or a grid of big icons, and then you get to handpick only the crucial apps you want to show up. And this is important. You'll set a unique passcode. This is key for a caregiver, so they can easily switch back to the standard view if they need to adjust settings later, without the user accidentally getting out of that simple mode.
For all you Android users, you've got a couple of great options too. Some phones, especially Samsung's, have something called Easy Mode built right in. Now, if your phone doesn't have that, no worries. You can install a special app called a launcher. Just think of it like a new home screen that completely replaces the complicated default one with something that's simple, clean, and way easier to read.
So if you've got a Samsung phone, it's definitely worth checking for Easy Mode in the settings first. If not, a quick trip to the Google Play Store for an app like Simple Launcher or Big Launcher will give you that exact same senior-friendly experience. They're designed from the ground up for clarity and just ease of use.
Okay, this next part is arguably the most important. Seriously, the 5 minutes you spend on these settings can provide just an incredible amount of peace of mind, and it turns the smartphone from a simple communication tool into a genuine lifesaver in an emergency.
And here's why this is so critical. Both iPhones and Androids have a feature called a medical ID. What it does is put vital health info right on the lock screen. First responders, they're actually trained to look for this, and they can get to it without needing a passcode. It's a potential lifesaver, no question.
You'll find this in the Health app on an iPhone or the Personal Safety app on an Android. You want to be sure to fill out these key details: any medical conditions, allergies, current medications, and, most importantly, emergency contacts. This information can literally speak for someone when they can't. And calling for help is designed to be super simple. Both systems have a built-in emergency SOS shortcut. As you can see, a specific combination of button presses will automatically dial emergency services and, this is just as important, it'll send a text alert to those emergency contacts you set up, letting them know help is needed right away.
All right, let's talk about security. One of the biggest sources of anxiety for pretty much any smartphone user, but especially seniors, is that constant threat of phone scams. The good news is we can fight back with some simple but really powerful tools.
And this is not a small problem we're talking about. According to the Federal Trade Commission, a staggering 24%, that's nearly a quarter of all money lost to scams by adults over 60, starts with a simple, unwanted phone call. That number is huge, and it just underscores why blocking these calls is so critical.
So the key here is to create layers of defense, because there's no single magic bullet for this. You can see the different layers right here. Start with a national do not call registry. Then, go download the free spam blocking app from your mobile carrier. And finally, use your phone's built-in settings like that Silence Unknown Callers feature on iPhones, which sends any number that's not in your contacts straight to voicemail. Putting these all together makes a massive difference.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground, so let's boil it all down into a simple quick start checklist. If you only have time to do 3 things after watching this, make them these 3.
We're calling this the power of 3. First, make it visible. Just bump up that text size. Second, set up safety. Fill out that medical ID. And third, simplify and declutter. Clean up that home screen. I'm telling you, just focusing on these 3 things will solve the biggest challenges and make the phone immediately more useful and more secure. And that really brings us to the final and most important takeaway. Taking these steps isn't just about changing settings on a phone. It's about transforming a potentially confusing piece of technology into a true lifeline. One that empowers independence, strengthens those connections with loved ones, and provides genuine peace of mind for everyone involved.